From Washington is Kellie-Rose Ferguson, Director of Republican Majority for Choice, and Lila Rose, Founder and President of the pro-life group Live Action. Kellie-Rose Ferguson, first, what do you think should happen to Todd Akin?
I think that he should step down. He's a number of pro-choice and anti-choice Republicans in leadership and within the party have called for him to step down, and I think it's time that he takes that lead and steps down.
Lila Rose, what do you make of him? Should he step down, just get out of it because he's a bit embarrassing?
I think Representative Akin apologized for the comments that were clearly using poor words. His word choice was poor. But what he was really trying to say is what we should pay attention to. And that's the fact that a child, if it's conceived, that child is conceived in rape, does not warrant the death penalty of an abortion and should not be killed because of the crimes of the father. Rape is a horrible thing. Rape victims should be fought for and protected. But rapists should be the one to take to be held accountable by the law, not that unborn child. And that's the Representative Akin was taken, and it's completely opposed to what his opponent, Senator Claire McCaskill, stands for, which is government funding of abortion, funding of the biggest abortion chain, and she voted against a law that would stop sexual predators from taking minors across state lines for an abortion, which would, in the end, hurt little girls who are the victims of statutory rape. That's the voting records that we need to pay attention to.
Kellie-Rose Ferguson, and some of that would chime very much with what Paul Ryan has been saying, the vice presidential hopeful for your party. No abortion, even in the case of rape or incest. What do you think of that?
We completely oppose that position, and I think the majority of Americans and the majority of Republicans oppose that position. Even the Romney-Ryan ticket has come out to say that there obviously should be exceptions in the case of rape and incest. I think the problem with Representative Akin's apology is that he apologized for the words he used, not the underlying policy that he's pushing. And it's a policy that's not supported by a majority of Republicans. It's certainly not supported by a majority of Americans. And it's akin to saying, you know, that we need to punish the perpetrator of the crime and take care of the baby, but the woman in the middle who's had the crime committed upon her is just simply a vessel carrying a child. It's a crime that's been committed against a woman. It's a violent crime, a sexual crime. She needs to have every medical recourse available to her.
Right.
And we as a political party should not be inputting our position and our opinion in controlling that decision for a woman
Kelly,
who's a victim of rape.
I can't agree more, but as having investigated the biggest abortion provider, Planned Parenthood, and found the cover-up of sexual abuse of little girls with secret abortions across the board, which is a group supported by our extremist pro-abortion president Obama, and supported by Claire McCaskill.
Lila Rose, I know that's an important issue in the United States, but the important issue for people around the world really is what impact, if any, this will have on the American presidential race. There, you feel that in Mitt Romney, given his previous record, actually, he doesn't care very much about this issue, but he's got Paul Ryan on the ticket because he knows people like you will be energized by this. In other words, Mitt Romney really is Governor Flip-Flop.
Right. Well, we need to get past the sound bites and look at the real issues here. We're talking about the most fundamental right to life, for the most fundamental right in our country, which is the right to life for all people. And if we can't protect that, and if we don't have politicians protecting that, if our President Obama is the most historically the most pro-abortion president in history, yes, we need Mitt Romney to be president because he will appoint pro-life judges and because he will stop funding the biggest abortion chain in our country, which is Planned Parenthood, which is very close to President Obama and Senator Claire McCaskill.
Kellie-Rose Ferguson, do you think that there are actually people within the Republican Party who run for office but don't like to say they're pro-choice because it will run them into problems? In other words, do you think that frankly, some politicians just lie on this issue?
I think that our party has created a system that makes it very difficult for Republicans who are pro-choice to get through a primary system in some areas. And our position as a pro-choice Republican organization is not that the party should be pro-choice entirely and promote a pro-choice platform, because that doesn't represent the makeup of a party any more than the party calling for a constitutional ban on abortion with no exceptions. It's a big tent party. We should not be putting this issue front and center, as they did today in Tampa, promoting this as one of the top priorities of our country and applauding the fact that we're pushing a human life amendment to the Constitution with no exceptions.
Do you think,
it's not the way to...
But just, we're running out of time. I just wanted Kellie-Rose Ferguson, if you think it puts off some people who are basically fiscal conservatives for voting for the Republican Party because of this issue, does it put people off, do you think?
I think it certainly does, and it detracts from the strongest message we as Republicans have, which is on the fiscal issue.
Lila Rose?
We need to stand for human rights. The most fundamental human right is the right to life. The Republican Party is standing for that and should continue to stand for that. And Americans are listening. Young people are listening. Women are listening. We care about the right to life. We care about protecting women, protecting young girls who are victims of rape, and protecting unborn children who deserve to be protected as well and deserve their fundamental right to life to be protected. That's why we're standing for Mitt Romney and for Paul Ryan.
Right. We'll leave it there. Thank you both very much. And we should make clear that Planned Parenthood denies some of those allegations that